Good morning, preschool friends. Happy Friday. For our morning meeting today, we're doing our yoga. So I want you to find a spot where you can sit pretty relaxed and calm. If you want, put your legs out, or if you want to tuck them in. But make sure you're sitting up. We're not going to lay down quite yet, but make sure you're sitting in a comfortable spot, okay? And then what we did last week, we did this tracing of our hands as we did our breathing. So we're going to do that again too, okay? Remember, every time you go up, you're thinking of something you're thankful for. All right. I'm thankful for the earth. I have everything I need. Breathe in. I'm thankful for animals. I have everything I need. Breathe in. I'm thankful for my family. Breathe out. I have everything I need. You can just be thinking these things. You don't have to say it out loud like I am. I'm thankful for my friends. I have everything I need. I'm thankful for my home. Breathe out. I have everything I need. And we've done this too, where you make circles. You press with your thumb. You can make circles on your hand. You can do the other one. Make a circle on the outside and then spiral in. Go in the circle. Take deep breaths, okay? Before we start, we're going to do a nice deep breath like this. Put your arms up and breathe in. Breathe out. Do it again. Breathe in and breathe out. So preschool friends, for yoga today, well, we've been reading Charlotte's Web during our story time. And Charlotte's Web is down by the farm. So I thought it'd be fun to do some farm animals. As I was doing this, I just realized that I didn't add a spider. So I think we might add that to the end because we have Charlotte as a spider and Wilbur as a pig as some of the characters. So the first one we're gonna do is the chicken. Okay. For the chicken, let's pretend we just woke up. The barn just woke up, the farm woke up, the sun came up. So we're going to do this. We're going to stretch with our arms, have our hands on one side, and make a sun come up. You can breathe as you do this. Stretch all the way over to the other side. And do that again. If you want to, you can go on your knees. And stretch. Bring the sun out. Alright, so for the chicken is sitting, right? The chicken is sitting in its nest. So we're going to sit on our nest too. Okay, you can sit on your knees and just kind of squat down and be like a chicken. Or if you want to go on your feet and bend down in your knees, you can do that, okay? You could even spread your legs out and do a little bouncing. Whatever just feels good to stretch your legs out. That feels good for me, actually. All right, now we're going to do some other stretches. And the next animal is cat. This one actually has a combination. That means putting two together. So there's a cat and a cow stretch that we're going to do together. Two other animals we sit at the farm. So I'm going to go to the side so you can see. I have a sweatshirt on, but the cat likes to stretch his back. So you're going to look up and take a deep breath, and then you're going to go like this and go cow, and you're going to go moo. Actually, I think this is cat. Pardon me. This is cat. So stretch your back like a cat. I think of like a Halloween cat. And then stretch out and go moo. Cat and cow. One more time. I'm going to go this way. So you tuck your tummy up, your belly button up, and then push it down. Moo. Like a cow. All right. The next one is a pig. P-I-G, pig. All right, when I think of a pig, I think of them being in the mud, and also they use their snout to pick up things. So what we're going to do is kind of like using our face like a shovel, okay? And you're going to be on your knees, and you're going to put your hands out like this, and what you're going to do is kind of like dip your head. So it's going to look like this. You're going to kind of bend back, and then lead with your nose going down to the ground and up. You're picking up stuff. So let me do it this way. So you're going to lead with your nose. So your nose is going to touch the ground or close to touching the ground. and then push it forward. All right, piggies, let's do it again. Wiggle your little curly tail. And you can even oink, 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 as you do that. One more. All right, piggies. All right, the next one we're gonna do, D-O-G, dog, is the dog. And there actually is a yoga pose called downward dog. So let's think of that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be on our knees again. And do you see how my feet are kind of tucked in? My toes are tucked in. And I can put my hands down the ground in front of me. And I'm gonna push my tail up. Good job. And if it doesn't feel so comfortable, you can move your feet around. It almost looks like you're making an upside down V. Okay, wag your tail. You can wiggle your legs. Stretch them out a little bit. You can tuck them in a little bit. Woo. Especially in the morning, I think still needing some stretches. Okay, you can even come down like this. Let's push our tail up again. Good job, friends. Okay, now you can stay in there. You can come down for a moment, but you can stay in there. We're gonna go back to that, and we're gonna do the horse. And I think of horses, they don't always kick, but we're gonna do it as if a horse or even a donkey is kicking. Now make sure you have space behind you. I don't wanna kick my door. I'm gonna go back here and pretend I'm in a downward dog like I was before, and then I'm gonna kick one leg out. And you can kick it all the way up as high as you can go, or you can just kick it out behind you. And do the other leg for your horse. A lot of times horses kind of stomp their feet. You can stomp your feet and stretch out. Good job. Now if you're like, oh, that was really tiring, Miss Clara, take a moment to take a breath and relax your hands, shake them out. And then come back and be a horsey again. Nay. Nay. Stomp your feet and trot. All right, horsies. Now the next one, I had to be a little creative, and that's okay if it doesn't quite connect, but this is a sheep. And I was trying to think of what we could do for a sheep. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend that we are sheep out in the pasture, okay? And we're gonna be on our hands and our knees again. Again, if you don't wanna be right here, if you wanna be down here, or if you wanna be up, you decide what works for you. You could even be up here and doing this, okay? But when I think of sheep, I'm thinking of them moving around, little steps, little steps. So what we're gonna do, it's a little bit of what's called coordination using our brain and our body. Okay, you're gonna have one hand, one arm go out. And what you're gonna do with your leg is you're gonna have, let's see this one's in front, you can see this one. Then I'm gonna do my other leg and back. So you're gonna balance, because I think of sheep and they have to stand up a lot during the day and they move slowly too. So what you're gonna do is kind of do opposite leg and arm. If that is hard, maybe a family member can help you, but also it's okay if it ends up looking like this. It's okay if it's just taking one hand and one leg and stretching them out. Just try to do opposite, because that's what helps our brain actually. Doing things that cross over our bodies help. All right, so we're just being sheep, and we have to ba. That will make this look like a sheep, right? Ba. And spread out. Ba. And think of like all that wool, their wool or their fur is they get haircuts, they get shaven off, and we make them into yarn, which can be made into clothes. So maybe we're kind of thinking of this as being like yarn stretching out. I don't know, that is our sheep. It does feel good though, but I know that could be a lot here and in your body, but I know you can do it. Okay, we have a couple more. Here is the goose. Now the goose is like the chicken, it's laying its eggs, but they're a little bit bigger. And in the story, the goose sits on 8 eggs and has to sit on them a long time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by standing up, we're pretty close to standing up, and then we're gonna bend down. And if you want to, then we're gonna take a step one way, bend down. All right, and you can take a step forward and bend down. try to hold it, okay? Now we're gonna try where you're bending down and then you step back. We're gonna make a square. Side, front, side. And you can even hop. Bump, bump. Leap, leap. Leap, leap. Good job, geese. Leap, leap. Ooh, is that good? Now, friends, all these you can do. You don't have to do them just for a couple times. If you want to keep trying that one, if you're like, that one's really fun, I like that one, then find some time, some space to be a goose, or be a horse, or be a dog. All right, because the story Charlotte's Web had a spider in it, we're going to do 2 more things, okay? We're going to start, excuse me, I catch my breath, I have to be goose, okay, ready? We're going to start by being a mouse. That means we're going to be all hidden out, okay? Or all tucked in. And then we're going to be a spider. Now, I don't have 8 legs. They have 8 legs. I have 2 arms and 2 legs, which makes 4. But I'm going to stretch them out, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start as a mouse, all balled up. And then we're going to crawl our bodies out, as big as they can be. Okay? You can even do this on your back. You could start very small and then stretch out like a spider or your web. All right, let's do a couple this way first. Okay, so start really quiet as a mouse, hidden up in a ball. And stretch your arms and your legs out. Good job. You can even push up. That feels good too. Because that's what spiders are going to be looking like, huh? They have their arms like this. So just play with that too. See, like, ooh, what feels like a spider? What makes my body stretch? Okay, I'm going to do that on this, on my tummy again, one more time. So ball in like a mouse. And then stretch your spider legs out. Cover your web. You could even like move them to spread out. And I like this too, stretching up. I feel it in my tummy. It feels good. And sometimes you might go, oh, that's a little sore. And just kind of breathe in and go, okay, I can handle that. My body's strong. All right, let's do one on our back. That's going to feel good too. So ball up like a mouse, all small, as small as you can be. And now spread out your legs like a spider. Your whole web covering. Ball in like a mouse. Big like a spider. All right, preschool friends. Well, at the farm, the sun does go down. So we're going to bring our sun back over. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Don't forget to breathe out. All right, let's do one big one like this. Breathe out. I want you to breathe in and say this in your head. My body is strong. I have control over my body. I can use my body and my heart and my mind to help others. Say that again. I can use my body, my mind, and my heart to help others. All right, preschool friends, thank you for joining me. I hope you had a fun, you have a fun day. I'm glad we started out with our yoga. You are welcome to do this, and since it's recorded, you can do this throughout the weekend or any other day you're like, I want to do some farm yoga. All right, and I'll be right here for you. Have a great day.